credibility in garnering defensive coaches to fill the rest of the positions on our, not our roster, but on our staff. Mike McCarthy, after he got Dom Capers on board, then was able to go out and sign Mike Tragovic as the defensive line coach. Mike Tragovic, a guy who was the defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers, decided he just wanted to take a step back and coach a position for a while, and we just happened to then get him on our staff coaching our defensive line. What a fantastic acquisition for our team. We got him. We got Kevin Green, linebacker from the Carolina Panthers, who is the all-time sack leader for linebackers. He's like third or fourth. I think he's fourth now in sacks overall. And he is going to be coaching our outside linebackers. We've got Darren Perry for the safeties. Now, we kept Winston Moss, who was very, very highly regarded going out, who actually, I believe, went out, had several interviews for head coaching positions or coaching positions elsewhere, and was extremely highly regarded as he went outside of the Green Bay Packer organization. People were very impressed with him. He is staying with us. Joe Witt Jr. for the quarterbacks, Scott McGurley, quality control, but our defensive coaching staff has become well-rounded. We have a ton of experience, whereas before we had a bunch of no-names that I hoped all of them would do well, but you just didn't quite have the sense after a couple of years that they were going to be able to get the job done. And now I think that we have sort of, with the hiring of Dom Capers and sort of the dominoes that have fallen in place since that time, I think that we have the potential to have one of the best defensive coaching staffs and one of the best defenses, therefore, in the entire National Football League. The mulligan here is how easily we transition into the 3-4 defense. That's going to be a major factor, whether there's a little bit of slippage and then we're successful, but I think down the road the Green Bay Packer organization is much better off for having made these acquisitions on the coaching staff for the defense. So we are in good shape and have a lot to look forward to this coming season. We did anyway, but I'm happy to see that Mike McCarthy did what needed to be done and cleaned house on the defensive coaching staff. Now we have a very, very strong coaching staff that hopefully will get the best out of our players. But more than that, our players will be able to believe in these coaches and believe in their schemes. And when we start to get down, I believe that these are the guys that can make adjustments and win us ball games by putting our players in the right positions to win those ball games. So I think we've got a lot to look forward to. There's a lot positive in that regard, especially for a team who had a very good offense. If we can make our offensive line a little bit better this offseason, we are going to be sitting pretty when we see Ryan Grant come back after not holding out and run the ball for 16 straight games, I hope. Hopefully without getting hurt. Hopefully he comes back in shape. I know there are a lot of variables in that. But when we see Ryan Grant come back and we can hand the ball off and then have Aaron Rodgers pass, we are going to be an offensive force to be reckoned with. We were anyway, but we're going to move up the boards, I think, this next season on offense. And our defense can hardly go anywhere but up. But if we think to 2 seasons back, we realize that we have the potential to have a top 10 defense. And if this coaching staff can be the kind of guys that they have been in the past, we are going to once again be a top 5, maybe even have the kind of dominating defense that is tops in the league, which translates into Super Bowl victories. And that's exactly what Packer fans want. I think we've taken a big step in the right direction, to make a long story short. So that's pretty much going to end this Atrium. A lot of times I have a rant, but this is the off season. It doesn't seem like time to get too bent out of shape about things. So it's kind of a clean slate. We've got brand new coaching staff. We're going to have a bunch of new players, potential players coming in. So there are maybe some things I could be concerned about. As always, with the draft coming on, all Packer fans, after a few years, have learned to be concerned about what Ted Thompson is going to do come draft day. We don't know if he's going to draft another wide receiver, somebody we don't necessarily need, and we don't know if he's going to draft a guy who's injured, hoping that because he's injured, he's dropped down the board and we're going to get a value pick. But that being said, once again, I'm not saying that there's that concern, because I don't think that Ted Thompson is a good judge of talent. I think he has made some somewhat critical errors in judgment. But he is a very good judge of talent, so there's a lot to look forward to. There are some rumors out there, and this is one of them that I can mention quickly, and then I'll just tell you where you can find to read more. Rumor that the Packers may trade our 9th pick to the Detroit Lions, may trade our 9th pick inside the division to the Detroit Lions, so that we can pick up their first pick in the 2nd round. And I just don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if you want to check that out, you can read more about that rumor on PackerChatters.com, and the columnist is Patty, and from what I understand, she knows her stuff, so it'll be interesting to see. There's always seemed to be a moratorium on trading within the division, but it will be interesting, and of course, always there are going to be rumors flying about this time of year, but that was one of interest that I caught, and you may want to check into. But just go to PackerChatters.com, and you can get there directly from GreenBayPackerNation.com. So make sure and check out our website. And we are getting up and running on the Green Bay Packer Nation, and do want to make mention to you that there are new things being added to the site. Every single day we're going to be blogging, we're going to have the Atrium up, we're going to have news and views just like we've always had. You're going to have your personal private messaging system, forums, chat, everything you want to get your Packer stuff all put in one place. So that includes all the websites you go to, all the people you like to talk to, you can chat with, you can private message them. Use GreenBayPackerNation.com as your clearinghouse and your home base for all of your Packer stuff. And if you have a site you want put on our site so that you can use it as your favorites page, just let us know. Shoot us an email, and we will try to get that taken care of for you. So until next time, enjoy Valentine's Day. Enjoy the interesting things that are going on in yet another wonderful off-season for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, as far as news goes, there's going to be plenty. It's going to be interesting. So enjoy it, and until next time, as we say here always on the Atrium, go Pack.